I like the soundtrack. It's really good. Forget. That's it. Sticky.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
You're easily brainwashed.
Glad I
This-
found you before the board did.
Did you hear what he said? Yeah, you do.
You're easily brainwashed. Glad I found you before the board did.
Says
You took a few blows to the brain pan.
Or hard.
We're just-
no good.
thinking no good dumb dialogue options unlocked. Yeah. Try to remember what I think I did 2 strength.
I hope you won't yell at me the moment I wake you up.
I never did that.
Oh dear, someone vandalized your hibernation chamber. You're about as subtle as the Spacer's Choice mascot.
That's funny. So let me see. Persuade, that's what I needed. I feel like it wasn't persuade now that I'm reading it. Special attacks. What? Oh, at a time. Armor in the workbench. I'm not gonna do weapon yet, so I'm gonna do.
If we're ever captured, I'll let you do the talking. You had a hand in everyone's pocket.
Okay. No discernible aptitude. Colonist. Sounded like a nice entry-level career for a person of your skills. Expanding humanity's reach by civilizing the cosmos. Termination +1. Persuade. Cashier. Subgrade. Non-supervisory. Cartridge. Bit. Not bitch. Oh, Kachonk, yeah. The sound. Getting inserted right side up. Promise of a good day. Come back real soon. Bye-bye now. More than empty words. Promise. Instant. There isn't a problem in all the cosmos that Team Spirit and the Big Stick couldn't solve together. Your last major head injury in the field knocked some extra cheer into you. Rising star in Tossball's competitive mascot food chain ever since. Doesn't matter. No one knows your face. I will go with cashier.
At least you know the value of money.
I am a woman's face. Okay, here's where I spend 10 hours. I don't like any of the faces. Weird eyes. Some weird shit. Hair color. Should I make her an old lady? All sorts of unibrows. Evil eyebrows. Or no eyebrows. Facial hair. It's good. I like my Inigo Montoya. If I have the option, I always model them after my character, Nikiro. He has indigo hair and yellow eyes. That's what I wrote in my stories. Indigo colored hair. She's a vampire. It just happens. Wow. Perfect. You know how I got these scars? But look. Oh. Hey, Omega. From yesterday. Pretty good. How about you? I think I had this one, actually. Is it a different color? Oh, no, that's the vitiligo. Freckles. That's cute. Oh. Oh, she's nose bleeding. Look at that, babe. Punch in the face. Oh, I like this one. This is kind of cool. When you're done with that, tell me which one you think is cooler. This one or this one? You, yeah. You don't think any of them looks cool? Maybe? Not dirty, no. Not dirty. Usually like when I like scars, unless it's a dude, then I put scars on them. I put this because she's like, she looks really nice. I like it. Actually, it's the fastest I've ever made a character. Where? See how she looks old. Gosh, look at this. Grandma's better looking. I need to plug in my keyboard again. My mouse. Why isn't it working? Come on. Enter. Oh, next. 45 looks nice. What's that? Let's see. Oh, you like this one? I think we ended up choosing this one because it actually looks sort of native, like war paint, instead of like. I mean, this is a type of war paint too, I guess, but this one looks more like a military red. I mean, military stylized, but red. This one looks like Chief. Start.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Uh-oh, danger! I think you'd like this game. Maybe it's like Firefly.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Broke its little.
Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down.
Shit.
Shiny his eyes are. It's like shinier than anything on his whole entire body.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
I don't have it. Looks like that. It is. It's very propaganda. Chairman Rockwell raises a glass to our...
Can you hear me? Is this thing working?
Uh, somewhat.
There
I
you
would
are.
say.
Now,
I would say similar to Bioshock.
The smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
See what happens, because it's I did detect graphic card and it said everything high, so let's see how it handles.
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Does have some frame rate skips, but probably tough. Oh, I see. Those are things up there.
been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Supposed to fall. Oh, new world.
Hey, you, come here.
Yeah, what's up?
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Oh, what's with his lips? Getting wearing lip gloss out here. Look, Mama. Metrosexual. Now try the rest. Spacer shirts after the. Okay. Sit still, I'll patch you up. Go, bro.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
It's Spacer's choice.
Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice
Give
weapons
me everything.
are now
Give me your
30%
clothes.
less likely to malfunction. You've
Yeah,
tried the
lip
best,
gloss.
now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
You know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Alright, I'm off.
Thanks for patching me up.
Alright. Anything of worth behind you? Ah, soul tuna. Pick up anything and everything you see. That's the way. Take all your shit. Thanks. Else. Your rebel. Oops, to jump. Alright, I am off. I'm gonna go and see what's out there. So you take care of yourself. Oh, there goes my frame rate.
What just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Hibernation complications detected. Technical time dilation due to complications stemming after an extended hibernation. Your brain processes time differently. Pressing the TTT or TTD button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly. Moving and attacks drain it faster. Oh, there's two.
What's that noise?
God, it's been so long since I played a shooter. This. Mama, hacking and picking locks. I am. You should have saw my shooting. Pick. What is? It's a mock apple and bunch of nanners. Love you. Your fish sticks, pre-sliced bread, your fast ration pill. Oh, let me have. Is there another? Yes. Two. Wow, that's screaming. Okay, try to get better at the shooting. Hope you switch weapons. Like a sneak attack? Body. I killed two people near me. One dead body. Here? Disappear? Did he spawn? Oh, there's this guy. Oh, that's such a lag. Well, that guy disappeared. He just became ashes. Let's see. It's here, screen.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
I heard I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
Make it. I'll help them
Shouldn't
with
have
the
done
pain.
that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Just lose these dead bodies.
It's a good day if you make it back to town in one piece.
There it is.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Unreliable. Yet. Look around. Oh, maybe it's the motion blur. I just keep. Okay, maybe if I do this.
All doors are on security lockdown. Nice try, Marauder.
Anything. I was just going up the stairs.
Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Oh, gee, locker.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move. Marauder, please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value. Engineers are not authorized to access the unreliable amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench.
Congratulations. You've been character level, increase your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, this will give you access to a new perk every other level. You'll be management merit to no time. Upgrade and modify your weapons from armor. Alright. On takes the management training, skill improvements every time you level up. Of course, skill improves. What's wrong one? Okay, thank you. Alright. Good healthy. Yeah. This will happen next time. That was an important one later on, I remember. Cargo hauler. Teach you about killing. Teach you about killing. For now, let's just do health. Just a skill. Increase in deterrent up to 50 points. I liked long weapons. Friggin'
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you gonna do? Self-destruct?
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
You get this ship in the air.
I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Your captain's a red smear under my escape pod.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Dad, I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yeah, Ada, I got it. Thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me that the ranking officer is dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
Yeah, the guards and the locals had a bit of an altercation.
Altercation, you say? Yeah, shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
I could use their gear. No sense in letting a good suit of armor go to waste.
No can do, friend. That armor's Spacer's Choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Hang on. I want to ask you something.
Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
On my way. Remember how you were saying this like propaganda? They always say it's not the best choice, but it's Spacer's choice. The company. Oh, look, a volcano! It's erupting. Edgewater's over there. Oh shit, it's right up my ass. Fuck, reloading just. Good run. Oh, I died. Okay, I knew I was gonna die. Remember when I first played this, they sucked. Time dilation. Okay. There were 3 of them.
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie from the Spacer's Choice. Now, seems to me... altercation, you say? Shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt. No can do, friend. That armor's Spacer's Choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition. Oh, and be sure to stop by the Don't get paid. Oh, hey, where'd you come from? Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Meet you, I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Do what I want.
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Making people pay for their own graves.
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Can't you collect these fees yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
I'll collect your fees for you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There's something else I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
A lot of people to Marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those Marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
So must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long you been a junior inhumer, gravedigger, or whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise.
Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
That's so far now. What did you get? Me too. God. Tea brew. There's an armist. The enemy seeks to destroy our way of life. Oh shit. Or mac and cheese. All in one. Fried chicken. Look at this. Fried chicken, mashed spectrum potatoes, and spiced mock apples. Pre-sliced bread. Oh my gosh. Taste the freedom with Spacer's Choice. Now, with extra added artificial ingredients and no extra cost. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense. I'll go last. Okay. Boss just wanted to check on Dear Lawrence, I appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved brand of Sultana. They're not interested in your idea, light version of the Sultana brand, because we'd rather not compete with ourselves. They are interested in the idea of lighter Sultana, effective immediately. We needed cans so we can pack them with less Sultana, thereby saving bits to every can. Exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. In fact, Marvin has just confirmed for us to have you transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lawrence? Elbows with your fellow workers. Just slightly heavier can with slightly less soul tuna, hour after hour, day after day. Effective immediately, your position terminated. Exit to our foreman tomorrow morning. You're deducted from your pay. Welcome. Melts on your forearm. That with some saltine. Brine time. Now with a satisfying crunch of cartilage. Can't spell salt tuna without salt. Showed to market toward families. It's still food. Thank you. Warning may close. Mama, they're selling these plots for to bury you, and it says they're comfortable, spacious plots. Like you're not gonna know anything. See the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Your spirit rests in privacy. The species brand gravesite. Five bits from graves. Kindly fellow. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Retirement is Chairman Rockwell administered to you. Selection. Your process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all-expense paid trip. Your new life in Byzantium. The Jewel of Halcyon. Auto? That one? Okay. I finally got the other Oto. Oh yeah, you were there in the group. We're dead behind the building. Anna, your mother passed away from plague. She wasn't chosen to receive medical treatment and failed to recover on her own. I found a site near the ocean to bury her. Well, it's company policy to have her buried headed out after dark to put her to rest. Say my final goodbyes and all. To go out alone at night. But I have to chance it. If you're reading this, I want you to know that your mother was a good person. Don't blame her for what happened. She worked as hard as she could. It just wasn't hard enough in the end. Love, Dad. Daughter?
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Sick days come out of my pay. Boss won't let us have any Adrena time. You don't want me breathing on you. At least I paid my gravesite fees. Sick days come out of my pay.
Open fire! Collect a fine bounty. What was that? Take him down! Gotta get down!
Talking about me?
Place the company ammo!
You don't want me breathing on you.
Something's not right. Get him! I just earned a fine bonus! That's odd. No prisoners! Company ammo!
Hey. I don't have time for this. Carry on.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
My hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Here remains for what?
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
I've got some questions.
Go ahead.
Enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
What do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
Yeah. What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
What idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
Well, Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
It's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged. What can I do for you?
Sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Well, I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
You're a vicar?
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
You don't seem to like him much.
He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority.
I've got some questions for you.
Go ahead.
Never mind, goodbye. Bad. I have to call it for what it is. It's property. Eugene Asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that we'd pawn off his teeth. Eugene, a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body right. Just stick around and find out. We'll sell the teeth nice and quiet for the stipulated body price. Nobody's the wiser. Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Flag me your eyebrows. All right.
What can I do for you?
How about Eugene? Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
None of your business.
You probably heard it from one of our local gossip mongers. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
Probably worth a few bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're gonna have to.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Cantina.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another zero-G.
If you heard the soundtrack, Mama, in the background, it sounds like Firefly because it's like Western sounding. Purifies poison, toxins, venoms. Fight what nature inflicts. Good for all that ails you. T-biotics.
I don't know you. Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Establishment it is.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
What's this about deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
I'll have a drink.
Coming right up.
Dirt. They're all dirty. No. Okay, what shall I have to drink? Dehydrated water tablets. Just add air, now available in carbonated water without the hydrogen or oxygen. That's the name of these drinks. Pure water. It's delicious. It's just water. Now it's 11% more natural water flavoring. You got it? Good job. Tea is tea bag. Contains the finest natural and artificial flavors for the perfect cup of tea.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
I want to talk to Reed. Where can I find him?
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
There's something else I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just curious.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
You had a dream of being a scientist. What happened?
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you going to pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing Zero-G?
Asking questions is the foundation of science. The best scientists ask too many.
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that I am grateful.
Sounds like Spacer's Choice took care of you.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
You've been scrubbing dishes all your life?
What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out.
Thanks for the story.
Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
Wouldn't believe it if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
I'm an alien spirit of pure ether, inhabiting a human body to learn about your kind.
Oof. You knocked your head in the cannery, didn't you? Injuries come out of everyone's pay. Says so right there in your contract. So, you want to tell me what your story really is?
The last survivor of the colony ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
Oh, I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
What if I told you I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
I wish it was a joke. Honestly, I don't even know where I am. Or I could say, I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in hills on top of a guy.
Most folk forget where they're standing after a few drinks. Seems to me you've got a head start. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these four walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I think it's a mistake living your life on everyone else's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
I should go. Do you think that person's drunk?
Put that down. Are you crazy?
He just screamed at me. Put that down. Are you crazy? He's looking at me like he's like, hey girl, I'm drunk and... What the fuck is this dude wearing? Downstairs, yeah? Oh, he's over there. The cat. Hey, Bobby. Um, came from there.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Need to fix a ship. You know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
So what's this plague that's supposed to be going around?
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Are you done being delusional, or should I wait?
I'd take umbrage with your choice of phrase. We ain't sick, we're rugged. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
That doesn't make any sense.
Spend enough time in the Spacer's Choice family, and you will come to understand. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Alright, let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Don't have bits, don't have bits. Swell.
Spacer's Choice, the brand of choice for spacers on a budget.
I just excuse myself.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
I'm not holding out hope.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Can I not jump there? Scan severed at the wrist, some damage. Mutation in his 90 months. Motion safety armor machine. Oh, good job! Congrats! Looks cute. Like, oh. Never been in that area. What? Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Oh, really? What? Mama, I got this guy. Just Say Los said, "Is your name John? Because I've never seen a better stream." My girlfriend disapproves. She said no. She hates my dad puns. But they're the best. Learn from the very best dad, mine. Where they would be called mom puns. Well, I'm not a mom, so it's just called puns. Yay. Where was the... There's... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get approval. One day he's gonna get approval. You will get approval from another dad or horny girl. Like, how's it going? Pretty good. Back into what is this called again? Outer Worlds. I played it about 3 years ago, whenever COVID was happening. I don't know, what was it? 3 years? 3 years, I think, right? And Yeah, so 2 years and a half. Almost. I really enjoyed it, but then I stopped. Then I got obsessed with Warcraft. And then I came back because now we're in the end the season of Dragonflight, so it's time to try something new. So the next season comes back up. Oh, hello, lady. See, she looks clean. Oh no, she doesn't actually. This is... Oh, what would you classify it? This is an RPG. What kind of game is like... What's like a BioShock? What kind of... Like first person... No, sorry. Yeah, first person shooter. But not like COD. First person shooter RPG. Story based. It is dystopian. And it's a space western, yeah. It's like Firefly, the TV show. I don't know if anyone has ever seen them. You have something on that. Oh. Well, I don't know. A lot of people haven't heard of Firefly. I didn't hear about it until you told me. Yeah. 402 bullets. What's in this game? You need that much ammo. Well, ammo is very limited. 402. That's what I have now. But then, just because since I played it before, I knew where to look for all the ammo. But once I know all the secret spots, there's no way for me to find ammo unless I make it, and I have to get to that level.
Sorry, I've got a lot to do. Just gotta keep my head
So for
down.
now, it's a lot. It'll help me out because my aim is shit right now. When I get back to playing how I used to, I shouldn't worry about that. Yeah, but it's still, I can't aim like I used to. Yeah. Look. This is salt tuna. But everyone around in the city is like dying of a plague, basically, and no one knows why. And they have found there's dead bodies all over the place of these little creatures. And they got into the grinder. Nope. And so now they're like, we don't know why. Yep. It's going down here. Oop. Coming down this ramp here. Through this little machine. What do we get? Product. That's for the, yeah, that's for the... I'm not sure about that, but you can try. Alright, let me go up. Did I finish what I need to do upstairs? Oh wait, did I go in here? Close the door so no one sees me stealing. Yeah, I need that one too. Oh, it's the chalkboard. No more weapons. Let's see the story here. Phyllis Granger. Welcome, Phyllis Granger. Phyllis, owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. title to this plague, but I can. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstance, distribute your ration of medication to any other worker. We're all in this together. Password required. Nope, gonna bypass it. Tenderfoot is the password, babe. Tenderfoot. Remember that. So files, last entry. Theodore buried last night. He'd asked me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for witnesses. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, and you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start. Okay. Poor people. I would not be able to survive here. Oh, Phyllis Granger.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said he shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death.
Oh.
I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Well, I'll let you get back to work. Oh no, it's different. Yeah, that's how I walk like that with my arms out like that everywhere I go. With a shunt. Bypass. It's hacking. Company notifications. From the office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. Symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and as spacers we are expected to face its reality. And the reality is, that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of them. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering the symptoms of incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness what is it? Recapitulates? Huh. Recapitulates. How do you say that? Here goes my bilingual brain. Recapitulates? Oh, it's right here. Recapitulates. Like that? Recapitulates. Spiritual weakness. That's a word. Is it? Made me tilt my head like a dog trying to read it. Yes? Recapitulate. Recapitulate. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to go upstairs. The Edgewater Salt Tuna Canning Facility strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice, schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman and or supervisor. Consider it toward other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. Read if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. Try to arrange wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with our local vicar. Sounds nice. Oh. Yeah, got the music going.
Monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir.
Oh, here goes the girl that's like Kylie. I think her name was Kaylee.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook.
Seems we've got.
Oh shit.
Guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
We can start with introductions. I'm Nikiru.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
I don't plan on staying long.
I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer.
Pretty quick to trust me.
Trust, I have learned, is reciprocal. I offer my trust in good faith, and hope that you will do the same. There's an old botanical lab, mostly abandoned now, but still eating up power from our plant. Power which our cannery sorely needs. I need you to go to the geothermal plant and reroute power from the botanical lab over to us. Simple as that.
It's a lot to ask of a stranger.
You're the first stranger to wander into town in an age. Scripture tells us that nothing happens without reason.
You said this botanical lab was mostly abandoned. What did you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people would take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
None of what you're telling me is my problem.
It's our problem, not yours, but I'm asking for your help. If those workers don't come back, Edgewater is going to collapse. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Workers must have left town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
I can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Well, let's get going. You gain a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with inspiration skill.
My offer remains standing should you reconsider.
Looking for a power regulator.
I can't just give you the cannery's regulator. The botanical lab's got one, though, ripe for the picking, provided you shut off their power first. I have made my case to you before. I hope that you will reconsider your refusal.
I'll be back.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
My offer remains standing should you reconsider.
I wanted to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
You expect me to talk to this Adelaide person? I could use a little information.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Sounds disgusting.
Begging your pardon, Saltuna is a staple in the diet of any self-respecting spacer. Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on. So what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Let me ask you something else.
Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep two eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
Your town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Doesn't make it any less true.
I expect you wouldn't understand. You don't see the town as I do. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
All right, I should go. Good job.
You're safer inside the walls.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
I figured, he didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them. before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
Suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways. Yeah, huh?
How do I get out of here? Leaf.
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here. Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it. Okay. Where are we headed?
Got back on your feet. Just got you back on your feet. So now that you've got me.
I'm going.
Where's- Yes? What?
If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something.
No, you can. Yeah. You need to buy a zap throttle thing and then a cage. Yeah. Zap throttle. It's the thing that you use.
It's an office. Just my office.
Yeah. You need the cage so you can put them in there, and the zap throttle. Yeah. Taking everything of hers. Like I'm showing you my dad's room. Okay. Dumati? Dumati left. To Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I'd ever see her. Most knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me. I shall look up and think of you. They wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you her with love. Perhaps more than I would make time for. Present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Parvati. They tell me the company will set on the date she's delivered to you. She was actually in touch with my son to make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Last night, reading through the Young's Vehicle Guide, almost started reading out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still haven't heard from her. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking
like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
Around with a machine gun.
If you need to go, I'll wait outside. I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare. Shh.
All right. Poor body. The lady. I've been there yet.
Eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Nothing I can do about that.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
All bounties posted by the Edgewater Constabulary have been authorized by Spacer's Choice.
Sorry, won't.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
I've got some questions for you, if you don't mind.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
That's why I'm asking. It looks like there's a bounty on his head.
You're correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas B. Wells. Something to report?
If you need help with your Marauder problem, I'm here for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Bye.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
At least you got your health.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're Martin Abernathy?
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
You know, he told me everything. How long... he told me everything. How long did you think you could keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. And not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast. I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Horrible.
It is what it is. Town's got a limited supply of medicine. Medicine better spent on a body stronger and younger than mine.
I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
I'll leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Don't worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Abernathy's paying me for my trouble. Can you match his offer?
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you. Somebody's been running around town raving about a colony ship. Plague must have gone into their brain matter.
What do you do here?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
I'll leave you be. How can I say this?
Where are we headed?
Noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Ed? Sorry.
It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
It's inhuman.
It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Just walking around town with this gun, Mama.
Ready when you are.
Around, asking people questions. Right. I think I... Alright, if anyone's watching, thank